And here we go again. A white woman said a naughty word, got fired, started a fundraiser, and has now raised over $100,000. Now, the story is interesting because it goes a couple of different ways, depending on who you ask. Apparently, a Somali couple came into a Cinnabon for delicious but unhealthy cinnamon buns and was insulted for wearing a hijab. However, the other side of the story is that this woman was insulted by them for not wearing hijab, saying she should cover up. Well, she then started yelling at him, called him some racial slurs, got fired, and now she's raised a lot of money. She's raised $109,000. Actually, I think I have the actual Give, Send, Go right here. $103,731. Okay. Let's see. At the time, she had raised 54, but now she's raised $103,000. I'm gonna call it like I see it, my friends. Black fatigue. That's what it's being referred to as. People are tired of this. I'm oppressed. I'm a victim. These stories. There's a story I covered earlier. A guy stabbed another guy, and then when the jury found out the victim called him a slur, they acquitted the stabber, who's apparently stabbed before, will probably stab again. But they said, it was self-defense because he was called a slur. But the victim was like, I called him that because he stabbed me, not before he stabbed me. Whatever. This is black fatigue. People are sick and tired of the BLM stuff. They're sick and tired of being called white supremacist or racist. Now you get this. All right, here we go. A Wisconsin Cinnabon employee who lost her job after a filmed confrontation with a Somali couple is now pulling in major cash online with a Give, Send, Go campaign shooting past $54,000 by Sunday afternoon and continuing to climb. The fundraiser, Stand with Crystal, popped up soon after the clip spread widely on social media platforms. Donors have been piling in despite Cinnabon announcing that the Ashwaubenon, is that how you say it? Ashwaubenon franchise immediately terminated her over the incident. Meet Crystal, hardworking white mom doing her job at Cinnabon. Two Somali customers decided to make her shift hell with intimidation. Instead of banning the offenders and backing their employee, Cinnabon fires Crystal to keep the nons happy. Is that what it is? We're not letting this slide. Funds go to making sure Crystal lands on her feet after this betrayal. No white person should lose their job for refusing to be harassed by Somalians. Already, many online are saying, scam! Like they think it was a staged event because they knew it would make money after that woman in the park used a slur. The company said in a statement posted to X, the workers' conduct does not reflect our values or the welcoming experience every guest deserves. Let's see. Oh, here's the video. Guys, please share this racist Karen. My cousin is traumatized. She started disrespecting her hijab, after she asked for more caramel because she hardly put any on. The footage recorded by the couple shows the employee mocking the woman's hijab before escalating into racial slurs. At one point, she used the N-word and said she was a racist, continuing to berate the pair as they moved to exit the store. The timing comes amid renewed national debate over Somali communities following recent comments from President Donald Trump and senior administration officials. Trump has criticized Minnesota's handling of fraud cases tied to Somali-led nonprofits, noting that some defendants diverted state funds to Somalia and in a few instances, al-Shabaab, terrorists. But I'm going to let you in on the reality of this, my friends. I'm going to let you in on the true story behind the fundraising. Before we do, we got a great sponsor. It is joincrowdhealth.com, my friends. Shout out. Go to joincrowdhealth.com. Use promo code TIM. It's open enrollment. The season where health insurance companies hopes you'll blindly sign up again for overpriced premiums and confusing fine print. Don't take someone else's word for it. Trust yourself and take control of your future with Crowd Health. It's healthcare for under $100. You get access to a team of health bill negotiators, low-cost prescriptions, lab testing tools, as well as a database of low-cost, high-quality doctors vetted by Crowd Health. And what if something major happens? You pay the first $500 and the crowd steps in to help fund the rest. Feels like the options we used to have before Obamacare messed everything up. And of course, you'll join the crowd. A group of members just like you who want to help pay for each other's unexpected medical events. The system is betting you'll stay stuck in the same overpriced, overcomplicated mess. And this year, it's even more complicated because most of the ACA subsidies expire, which means your prices are going sky high. So far, Crowd Health members have saved over $40 million in healthcare expenses because they refuse to overpay for healthcare. This open enrollment, take your power back. Go to joincrowdhealth.com. Use promo code TIM. Just know Crowd Health is not insurance. Opt out. Take your power back. It's how we win. joincrowdhealth.com. Well, here's the story. Stand with Crystal. We got a bunch of gifts and a bunch of comments. Anonymous giver says we should support her against the reverse racism and MSM screaming fire only for their virtue signaling. She deserves the support and recognition. In it, it says no white person should lose their job for refusing to be harassed by Somalians. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry fired back at Trump's remarks, saying he's wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the timing comes as Trump and senior administration officials criticized Minnesota's handling of fraud cases. Jacob Fry fired back at Trump's remarks, saying he's wrong and we want them here, while praising Somali residents for contributing to the city's economy and culture. But did you see the video of him trying to eat the Somalian food? You know what? I got to pull this up because it's proof he's a liar. And it's funny, but it's true. I don't know how far back this video is, but let me find it. There's, I got it right here. Everyone's loving it and laughing about it. Here you go. Okay, we don't need the fake audio. Here's him, Jacob Fry, trying to eat Somalian food. Look how long he chews it. Look how he's moving that food around. What's he doing? He's just moving it around while chewing. Now, I will say, it does seem very strange. He is chewing for an awfully long time. And imagine if you didn't like it, you'd just swallow it to get it out of your mouth because you can't spit it out, right? This guy's laughing. I wonder if they made him nasty food on purpose. But part of me, I'm like, is the food really that bad? But you see him, he's just moving it around. I'm like, okay, dude, he doesn't like it. You know, he's like, we want them here. Sure. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz also answered Trump after the president called him retarded. He called him retarded. Okay. I'm going to say it, guys, and it's not going to be popular. Crystal should be fired. I'm not saying you shouldn't donate to her. I'm not saying don't stand up. I'm saying, if I owned a Cinnabon, I don't care what the issue is. You don't act the way she acted. I feel for her. I mean, I don't know the full story. I don't like someone spitting racial slurs at somebody else. That's not why you should insult them. You should insult them for their character. I'm just saying, if I owned a burger joint or a pizza place or whatever, and some nasty person came in and you as an employee started fighting with them for any reason, there's varying degrees to where I'd have your back and then say you're fired. This is bad for a whole variety of reasons. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this one, and please do. Please comment and offer up your thoughts because I want to hear them. I'm going to say this. If I open a restaurant and I need someone to serve food, and you create an environment where people are refusing to come in, then we're out of business. It's not about firing you. It's about saying like, okay, I mean, if this is how you want to act, then no one's going to shop here. I can't pay you. I have no money. Thank you and have a nice day. We're going down. We're going out of business. Well, I don't want to do that, right? There's other employees there who don't yell at customers and call them racial slurs. I'll put it like this. If she just fired back at them and said, don't talk to me like that, you can leave, I'd have her back. 100%. This idea that customers get to abuse staff or whatever, and she's just like, I'm not serving you. Get out. I'd be like, yep. And you know what? Most people agree. We see these videos where customers come in and get all angry and then demand the manager, just spitting and yelling. And we say, oh, a Karen or a Ken or whatever the word they use for men. In this instance, she went heavy with it, saying she's a racist and using racial slurs. Okay, well, listen. I'm not going to sit here and just defend mass migration or anything like that. I think there's got to be limits. But I also don't think it's fair, and it really breaks my heart. I hate racists. This is my problem with the woke left. They're racists. It breaks my heart that there's a dude, there's a lady, and because of their race, they're going to get flack from somebody. And I'm like, man, obviously, you guys know I grew up in a mixed race family. I grew up with friends who were Asian, white, black, all across the board. Don't come at my boys and insult them because of their race. You're going to get stomped. That's don't play games. Don't disrespect. So that's why I just can't stand it. Now, seems like these people may be dicks. You know what I mean? Anybody can be. And you insult them for it. And I think she crossed the line. So again, I know a lot of people are going to be like, Tim, I disagree, but I'm going to say it like this. If I have a business, I've said it about Timcast. People here have wild opinions. Elad, super pro-Israel. And it can be controversial. He's allowed to say those things. Shane Cashman, very critical of Elon. He's allowed to have those opinions. I like both of these guys. They're good dudes. No one has to just believe what I believe. That being said, if Shane or Elad intentionally started antagonizing or escalated to a point where it was disruptive and was destroying the business, I'd just be like, listen, I can sit here and wait till I go to business and then you're fired anyway, or I can ask you to stop, or I can say I'm letting you go. For us here, I'll say it like this. I probably wouldn't have fired her. Oh, here come the left screaming. No, but I would have make a statement saying like, this is unacceptable. We give people second chances. I'm going to ask her not to do this, not to behave this way, because we have to be accommodating, and this was a mistake. Same thing for anybody working here. If they're doing things that are disruptive to the business and they're going to put me out of house and home, I'm going to say, guy, like, this is destroying us. But I'm not going to immediately just be like, get out, But hey, we do our best, I suppose. And, good luck to her, I guess. I'm not a fan of the language she uses. I don't think slurs should be banned or anything like that. But, I got to be honest. If she, there's a lot of insults she could have said that weren't slurs that I'd feel equally the same about. We'll leave it there, my friend. Smash that like button. Share the show. Stay tuned. More to come. Timcast IRL tonight at 8 p.m. And we'll see you all then.